When we talk about connected, it is one of the most important mega trends that we see around the world. Today's roundtable is mainly going to talk about how India will progress when it comes to connected.
Connectivity is the key enabler for Indian mobility program, which is shared mobility, electric mobility and connected mobility.
The key questions that we need to answer is what kind of services that we need for the Indian customer and how are we going to monetize it.
One thing which is going to dramatically alter the auto landscape in terms of shift, it is possibly this. Because the entire value chain of distributor, dealer, retailer, in addition to authorized workshops, service agents, garages, roadside garages, are likely to be dramatically affected by this.
But when it comes to commercial vehicles, connected vehicles actually give a lot of value addition to both the customers, the companies. I mean, connected vehicles are definitely the future of cars. But then for that, a lot of infrastructure is required, a lot of backbone is required.
Right now, even our cell phones don't connect in most parts of rural India. And how will a connected car, which has so much of data to be transmitted, be able to work well there? That's a big issue.
Connectivity can be brought in. Yeah. The question that we have to look at is how do we change social habits with connectivity? Yeah, how do we have an impact on the society with connectivity?
What kind of challenges do you see from, or threat do you see from the newcomers who are going to make a space like digital companies?
The point which is being made is, at a point of time, the vehicle owner needs suppliers. These technology providers can be big companies, they can be small companies. A small company run by a lot of these IIT young fresh minds probably will give more ideas, more cost effective than the bigger company. So what's the problem?
I really think that startups have nothing to lose. That is the attitude. And they challenge anything and everything that is there.
Our component manufacturers, SMEs, small players, they do not focus much on R&D, they do not have technology, they largely work on technical alliance with the global partners. How do you see the landscape changing with more of connected and high precise technology coming up, making a space in this segment?
If you look at most of the universities, their curriculum is age-old curriculum which will not make the engineers coming out of it industry ready. So we need to have more of a collaborative education system between the industry and the universities, and there has to be high level intervention to make it happen. Then only we can have sufficient skill set available. And also we need to provide sufficient infrastructure to retain this brain power which is coming out of this college. These two things have to be attended to.
The way we drive or the way we move around the road, that has to be controlled. Yeah.
With all this integration of Internet of everything, the whole Internet of everything changes the dynamic predictability behavior of the vehicle. One, to enhance the safety. Second, to increase efficiency. Third, to make sure the vehicle reliability is much higher.
Do you think the time of currently taking in terms of designing and developing and finally bringing the product on the road has reduced?
Yes.
It has become easier, convenient. So do you have any data on that?
Right. So one of the things which we are talking about is stop talking about design to SOP, start of production. How do you design to fit, to adopt? Your smartphone does it. Every day your app updates. If you see this, it will tell you 20 apps which got updated. Now, how often does the car update itself? Once every 6 months you take to the service station, they don't even tell you what they did with the car, but probably some of the ECUs are getting updated. So where we are going with this is you're going to design your vehicle in 1.5 year cycle. In 1.5 years you already don't know whether what you designed for is what the consumer wants. So if you space it in, that you can adapt a bit.
Now it is time to the regulators to provide vehicle to infra structure so that both the things will work in tandem and will be able to help the society as a whole. If not as a whole country, at least the pilot stage, some areas like a speed highway or expressway where you can know some kind of infrastructure, vehicle to vehicle and vehicle to infrastructure, that will be really helpful. Once the consumers understand the benefits in terms of safety and convenience, probably they will migrate and they will ready to share more data.
Thank you so much once again for being here at ETAuto.